Hey guys, it is Jasper the Gamer here, and today I'm going to be talking about a certain dinosaur game that Disney in 2009 decided to cancel, and a lot of people talked about it, and it actually got canceled before it was even announced, and then they started giving us pictures and concept arts and videos about uh, this game that came out. And guys, before we get into this video real quick, you're going to be looking at this Turok II poster for a little bit. I'm going to be talking about, so don't click off the video or skip ahead to where I show you videos and concept arts. Because, don't worry, that's all coming up soon. But I just want to tell you, like, who Turok is for a second. Just tell you who Turok is and what Turok II is about. But don't worry, I'm getting ready to show pictures and videos here in a little bit. So, So hang on to your socks. So Turok II got canceled back in 2009 due to some issues that were going on with a development team called Propaganda Games. Now I'm going to tell you who Turok is first. So Turok is a Native American Indian in the comics, because the video games are based off of comics. A Native American Indian who slays dinosaurs and fights evil people and things like that, because the dinosaur comics are called Turok Dinosaur Hunter. So he hunts dinosaurs, slays them, and fights other evil creatures and evil people that are like trying to harm him or maybe someone he knows. I've only read some comics of Turok, so yeah, but I'm more connected to the video games, and Turok was also, the original video game came out in it came out on the Nintendo 64 in 1990 something, I believe. And I'm gonna show you some pictures of what Turok looks like right here in a second. Of what he looks like in the comics, what he looks like in what he looked like in the original game. I'm showing the picture of like the cover for the game, so you can get an idea of what he might look like in what he kind of looked like in real life. And then I'm going to show you the 2008 Turok, because the Turok 2 was the sequel to a 2008 reboot for the game. And I'll show you that as well and tell you a little bit about the first game before I move into the second one that got canceled. Yeah, here are the pictures. Yeah, there's a big difference, because in the 2008 Turok game, now I'm going to move into that, because, so this is where it all ties into the first Turok game, because the guy with the Turok with the picture of him with the mohawk and the suit and stuff, that's him as a soldier, because he's the role as a soldier in the 2008 game. And I used to have the game, but then I lost it. No, I didn't lose it, it got broke. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. So he also, he's a soldier in futuristic times and goes to another planet to hunt down this guy named Kane, who he used to be part of a, team called Wolfpack, and there's another name for him called Metal Groman or something, I forgot. They're called MGs for short. But I'm gonna call him Wolfpack. So Wolfpack, he was a part of Wolfpack originally, but they started making Turok do things that he was doing wrong, so he betrayed them, and switched sides to the soldiers team that he's on now, called Whiskey Company. That's the name of the team. I forgot the name of the kind of... Obviously, they're from an American team on planet Earth, but they're going to a different planet to take down Kane and bring him back to Earth. And they get stuck on the planet full of dinosaurs, and there's many different kinds of dinosaurs, and they're stuck in the jungle, and they never seem to can't get out of the jungle, and the planet's being terraformed. And what that means, what was going on there, like, Cain was like doing an experiment with creatures and stuff like that, many different kinds of things with dinosaurs and stuff, and Cain also ended up being killed. Actually, Turok ended up killing Cain, but and then after he killed Cain, they left while he had to fight a giant T-Rex that's been stalking him throughout the game. But I don't want to get too much. I don't want to waste too much time. But yeah, they killed Cain. They were going back to Earth at the end of the game, and if y'all have been, I forgot to tell y'all that there was gonna be spoilers for this. It ruins the game for some of you, but I didn't ruin the gameplay. So if y'all want to play the 2008 Turok game, then just look up Turok 2008 and get it online or something. I don't know how you're gonna buy it. It's not in stores anymore, but it's online. Anyway, but yeah, guys, now I'm gonna move into Turok II, because after they left the planet and killed Cain, which is what they were supposed to do, after Cain was like, you know, making Turok kill innocent people, and you know, and just so you know, Turok is still a Native American in this, and Cain teaches him about his heritage or something like that, and says that, oh, you must be Cherokee or Kiowa, and this is what your people did and stuff like that, and trying to be his mentor the best way Cain could. But yeah, in Turok 2, Cain, and this is where a lot of it gets unknown. In Turok 2, Turok ends up going back, and this is the sequel that was canceled to the 2008 Turok game. They end up going, well, he ends up going back by himself, it appears, in the game. There's not really any people with him, but there are still other people trapped on the planet from Wolfpack that got stuck on the planet before they could, like, you know, if someone were trying to leave or anything. But some of the people enemies that were in the first game which would mean Wolfpack soldiers, still got stuck on the planet, and now they're like zombie kind of things. They're called savages. That means they're like cannibals, and they wear dinosaur skulls and for armor, and they make bone axes. They do all these kinds of things, and there's many kinds of enemies that I'm going to be telling you about that were in the game. And there's a lot of enemies that were in the game that were going to be in this game that are not in the other game. There were a few enemies you had to face, like small raptors, big raptors, scorpions, a T-Rex, big bugs that could fly, things like that. But there's a variety of different enemies in this game. And don't worry, you're going to end up seeing, if you stuck around long enough in this video, you'll see the pictures of the enemies I'm getting ready to show you here in a minute. But the enemies in this game there were big berserker kind of guys, just giant monster guys with giant claws, and there was this thing called an orc that had a big giant axe, and I think an orc is like a mythological creature or something, and Turok gets to face it, and yeah, and he has to fight an orc, and there's like giant eels, and I forgot to mention there's a giant eel tentacle thing in the first game of 2008. But yeah, in the game you could also control a dinosaur. You could control a dinosaur. In the first game you couldn't do that, but in this game you could. You could take control of raptors, and imagine that. Imagine taking control of a raptor and then killing enemy soldiers, and then then the gun that you would use to shoot it in, to shoot the dinosaur with, the dinosaur would eventually explode after being taken control of, which is crazy because it had something inside it, whatever it was that got shot into the dinosaur would explode. So yeah, that explains a lot. And there are different places you could go to. In the first game, you were just stuck in a jungle, but now you could go to a jungle and a desert and a swamp. You could go to 3 different places in the game and face. There are different enemies in those different regions, which is really cool. And you'll see all the different kinds of dinosaurs and enemies, and you'll see a lot. There was a whole lot of potential for this game, but yet it got canceled. This is why it got canceled, though. That's why you want to know. I'm going to tell you right now. Disney canceled the game because Propaganda Games is the developer of the first game. They got canceled because a lot of employees were being laid off. 70 employees got laid off. I mean, that's a lot of employees, and I know they got fired as well. But I think laid off and getting fired probably means the same thing. I think it means the same thing. Don't call me stupid, okay? Anyway, so yeah, but yes, 70 employees got laid off, and a lot of the team was getting fired, and then Disney, I think, had owned Propaganda Games or something like that. I'm not sure, but Disney was like, you know what? We're not gonna have this game because there's a lot of games that they were developing, and they were like, you know what? We're not making any more of these games. And we're not having the studio around anymore, which being Propaganda Games, and got closed down in 2010. A year after 2009, where Turok II got canceled before it was even announced. Now, I'm gonna get into the stuff that I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you the videos and the pictures, and I really hope you stuck around long enough and was being patient with me. Now, here are the 2 videos, and here are a slideshow of pictures of concept art and gameplay footage. Or not gameplay footage, but gameplay pictures and concept art. And more concept art. There's a lot of concept art, but there is some gameplay pictures. Anyway, you get the idea. Here it is right here. Here's the 2 videos, because there's only 2 right now. And the slideshow of pictures. And I hope you enjoy. And here are the photos right here of concept arts and gameplay, and also different weapons. I forgot to mention that, different weapons. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed everything I showed you today. To be honest, in my opinion, I hope you guys agree with me. Well, I don't really care if you do or not, but I think this would have been one of the best dinosaur games to ever come out, because being able to control a dinosaur and, like, imagine taking control of a T-Rex and wreaking havoc before it exploded everywhere. That'd be pretty cool. I mean, the exploding part I probably kind of don't like, but maybe, I don't know. Maybe I think what they could have done instead of it exploding would, like, it would, like, fall off, and then you could losing control, and then you shoot another thing into it and then take control of it again. I don't know. But yeah, guys, I just really there's a whole bunch of things that are really cool about this. Taking control of a dinosaur, going to different places, deserts, swamps, jungles, things like that. And there's underwater boss fights and things like that where you have to fight creatures underwater too. There's just a whole bunch of things that were there's so many things that would make this game better than the first one, because this sequel would have been way better. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna let y'all go, and please share this video to anybody that you think would be interested in this game, or who is a dinosaur fan or knows Turok, the Turok thing. And just share this video, and hopefully we can get this people talking about this again. People, because a lot of people used to talk about it a lot, and I still like to talk about it, and not many people talk about Turok II canceled anymore. But yeah, guys, please share this video, leave a like and subscribe, and follow my social media links to my Twitter and Instagram. Links are in the description down below. Uh, Also, when you subscribe, please turn on post notifications, hit the bell button, and select all. Uh, yeah, guys, thank you so much, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.